DC Young Fly appears to be still struggling with the loss of his girlfriend and mother of his children, Jackie O. Smith, who tragically passed away during a mommy makeover procedure in 2023. The two met and began dating as cast members on Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out show. In a recent interview, the comedian emphasized how his faith has helped him process the death, but he is frequently faced with reminders of his family's tragedy when seeing women in clubs with BBLs, noting that they made it even though his partner did not. The Almost Christmas actor appeared on Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast, where he talked about a range of topics from growing up in Atlanta and his relationship with the higher power to how he feels about O's death. Almost 2 hours into the conversation, he talked about the loss and how not too long before O was crying for Vanessa Bryant for losing her husband, NBA legend Kobe Bryant, and their young daughter, Johnny Gigi Bryant. He said he comforted her during that time, but little did he know that he would one day be in the widow's place. We don't think of these things. This is every day. You could lose your mind about this, he said, claiming that his faith has kept him sane. C's understanding of how no one is to blame and that O is in a better place is fueled by his belief that God allows people to be tested and gives him strength and motivation, noting that gratitude is essential. Even in this dark hour, he thanks God for the good and the bad. The bad happened when O died in May 2023. Newton asked DC Young Fly if he looks at cosmetic procedures differently, and he said that he doesn't but encouraged men to tell their women that they are beautiful without them. I get why women want to enhance themselves, but fellas, we have to do more on just continually telling our women that they're beautiful. We have to continually tell them that they're gorgeous, he said in part before stating, "Women, listen to your man." He continued, "I'm reminded every day. If you look at it, bro, the women, the rate of the BBL, if you look at the women today, it's a lot of women who have BBL when you go outside. So, I'm constantly reminded. I'm constantly reminded like they made it. Here go another big booty, she made it. Go in the club, all these motherfuckers in here made it." According to DC, he lost his love within 3 days after the surgery. He confessed that O had gotten her breasts enhanced prior, therefore, he assumed the mommy makeover would be as harmless as the other procedure. "I can't really tell why or how it happened," he said. "It's something I will have to relive every day." O was one of the models hired to hang out on the set of Wild 'N Out in 2015 and participate with the audience. Shortly after the first season ended, they kindled a romance and from their union shared 3 children, 2 daughters, Nova and Nala, and a baby boy named Prince. O was discovered unresponsive at Homewood Suites by Hilton, only to be pronounced dead shortly before midnight at Mercy Hospital in Coconut Grove, Miami. She was 32 when she died. Her death was 1 day following her elective mommy makeover surgery, which was done by Dr. Zachary Oka. This procedure typically encompasses a spectrum from tummy tucks to breast augmentations. A week after her death, DC Young Fly took to his Instagram to pay tribute and said she was the greatest mother he knew. He also spoke at her funeral, delivering an impassioned eulogy where he said she was a beautiful soul. After her death, the stand-up comic has been very vocal about his bereavement, dealing with raising his children while also fighting off scammers who set up GoFundMe in O's name after her premature demise. As a result, he was turned inward and worked on his relationship with God and has more strongly incorporated his faith into his routines. Recently, during his performance at the Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall during the We Them Ones comedy tour, he ended his set with a reflection of how God saved him from his cocaine addiction, relating it to a story about him chasing girls and living recklessly. The bit was captured and posted on TikTok by @SassyMason31. Members of the crowd started to boo him, and she could be heard saying she felt bad for the comedian. However, once he started to give his testimony about becoming addicted to drugs, he regained some of the crowd. When I got hooked on cocaine, my relationship with God got stronger, he said. Now this is what I have to go through in order to find the closer relationship with God. I think I turned out pretty well. Comments were a little bit more compassionate, nothing that the man is still grieving and bleeding on his audience. This man is mourning and talks about God and they boo him. Keep keeping God first always, one person wrote. He's going through a battle and war. He knows it, a second comment read. One TikTok user believed that this was a sign of a breakthrough, writing, "This man is definitely getting closer and closer to his calling." Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.